your thoughts on the Afghanistan situation? How's it playing out in America?
Not well. You know it's not playing well for you when the New York Times on the front page has 2 articles excoriating you for your lack of leadership. No, this is going to come back. Look, we have so many problems in America that foreign policy is kind of pushed off to the side, to be honest. But this is a repeat, of course, of what we saw during the Obama time, where time after time he would not back his allies and would, in fact, back his enemies. We saw with Israel, we saw with Egypt, and now we're seeing with Afghanistan. It's an absolute shame, an absolute disgrace what we're doing there.
Rita.
It is a disgrace, but is Biden attempting to blame the previous administration for his administration's errors and really the errors of the past 20 years?
Yeah, he's trying to put blame wherever he possibly can, when in reality it's his own blunder. I mean, first of all, it is. And by the way, I want to be honest. There's a lot of blame to go around for years. The fact that we spent billions upon billions of dollars training the Afghan army, it's incredible to me how quickly they absolutely collapsed to the Taliban onslaught. It's really, it's shocking, really. And I think it points to the inability for us to nation build. I think this is what we really can take away from this, is that we're not really able to nation build. This is a small country, Afghanistan. We spent so much money, time, effort, blood, and treasure, and like that, it all went away. It's an incredible lesson, is the truth.
James.
But tell us what else is going on with the rest of the administration right now, because I'm hearing we've got all sorts of other problems out of the U.S. The southern border is collapsing. Inflation is rising, because who knew that pumping all of this money into the economy was going to wind up making consumer prices higher? Can you walk us through what this is meaning for people, ordinary Americans, now that they've gotten rid of Orange Man bad, and now they've got a Biden administration to deal with? What is this doing to people in their lives?
Yeah, it is not good, and it is looking bad. Despite all of the Herculean efforts by his allies in the media, it is clear that the American public has turned on Joe Biden, and his poll numbers are suffering. They are precipitously dropping, and they don't know what to do about it. They're trying to put whatever spin they possibly can. Fleeting inflation, they keep saying that. Or it's core producer price index. They start getting the minutia of inflation, saying it's not really inflation. But people aren't that dumb. People see right through it. And this is going to, first of all, in the short term, it's going to kill the Democrats in the midterm. And they have a much longer-term problem for the next in 3 years. Whether he decides to run again, which I'm not sure he will, frankly. Then they have the Kamala Harris problem, because nobody likes her, and she absolutely cannot win that election. So it's a whole host of problems across the board. Nothing's going right for these guys. Absolutely nothing.
Rita.
And we've got to touch on Hunter Biden. Apparently there's another laptop of his out there with dodgy business deals and drug-taking antics and prostitutes and God knows what else that is also lost. What's going on? How can one presidential son have so much bad luck with his laptops?
The sagest advice I ever heard was from human behaviorist Hugh Grant, when he said, I don't pay prostitutes to come over, I pay them to leave. This is a cardinal rule with prostitution that it seems to be that Hunter Biden simply cannot follow. I mean, the whole thing is incredible, but most incredible is after coitus, he's sitting there talking to her for like hours. And by the way, I didn't know you had to impress prostitutes. Is that why you pay them? I mean, sitting there telling stories and stories. And then on top of that, he's talking, okay, by the way, Joe Biden says that Hunter Biden is the smartest person he knows. That does not bode well for the people who work for him in his administration. He's one of the dumbest, he's dumber than a bag of rocks, okay? And he's sitting there, his big plan to make money was, I'm going to make a sex tape, and then I'm going to sell it to the media. That was his business model. It is unbelievable. This guy's allowed to run around. And then, of course, you have, I don't know if you guys want to talk about his artistry. By the way, it's not Hunter Biden. He's the artist formerly known as Shyster, right? I don't know.
That's
Guys, I
fantastic.
give up. I give
Well,
up.
Ami, the tragedy is I suspect you are right. I suspect Hunter Biden probably is the smartest person that Joe Biden knows. And there you go. I'd love to talk Cuomo. We'll do that again very soon. Ami, sorry we've got to rush through it, but thanks so much for coming on Outsiders today, and we'll speak soon.
Pleasure.